Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and this is the Board Game Blueprint. This week we're going to go over what I like to think of as the board game design marriage, where we're going to discuss a lot of concepts that we've already seen before and how they come together in a certain game from the Game Crafter. Such segments include the contests that Phase Shift Games' Jason Maselli spoke on last week, as well as cards, components, and real-time, as a matter of fact. Maybe that was the one from last week. So let's jump on into this mysterious game, this scary good game, and what makes it such a treat. Scary Monsters is a real-time dice rolling game that gets you in the spirit of Halloween, as you roll dice to get trick-or-treaters cards, or candy rather, with special cards that you will use to then score for yourself and hopefully come out on top. At the beginning of the game, each player will be dealt a number of kid cards, and these will tell you which kids you want to have the most candy each round. You'll choose one at the very end after all the dice have been rolled and kind of collect the candy that is then placed onto them. So let me go ahead and show you around a little bit more. When the game begins, players will have a number of dice that they'll roll in real time. The cool thing about this game is that you can continue to roll as many times as you like, but when you place dice onto cards, they will stick there. They will stay locked in until every kid on the block has 3 dice on them. So let's go ahead and pretend that we had 2 kids set up like this. Any ghosts or werewolves, as we see on Frankenstein, that are left on cards will spook the kids and scare away any candy that they would have scored that round. However, they can be placed, or I should say countered, with other faces of the dice as well, including flashlights for the ghosts and bones for the werewolves. Now, I did mention real time, so imagine every player having 6 dice that they're rolling around, and the cool thing about this game is that the real time isn't an actual increment of time, no timer to speak of, but rather player decisions that prolong or shorten the length of the round. Let's say, for instance, that the zombie child had 2 candy on their base card, and we know that we, as a player, have the zombie child card that will score us at the end of the round. So we'll probably want to lock down with any face that isn't going to be one of the monsters, not a werewolf or a ghost. And so players will be interacting with each other indirectly, but also as a sort of check and balance throughout these real-time rounds. When all is said and done and all kids have 3 dice on them, the round immediately ends. Some players may not get to place all of their dice if they're not fast enough, but again, you can continue to roll to get the faces that you want and place them out with whatever best fits for you. At this point, we will all choose one child to play the card on and score for their candy. In this example, the zombie kid is going to get 2 pieces of candy, and so every player that has played the zombie card will get the number of candy that is on their mat. When all of the cards have been played, whoever has the most at the end of the game wins. So I believe in the rules it's normally 4 rounds. The really great thing for me about Scary Monsters is the dice rolling. Of course, I love dice rolling, absolutely. And I love the ability to change your results in the game, during the game itself. It's not necessarily a mitigation mechanic, but it gets to channel or harness the best parts of dice, which is rolling them. Component-wise, we see a lot of different things going on here. We have cards, of course, that are, again, private information. We discussed this in the previous component close-up, as well as mats, which are larger and more visible for everyone around the table. Because of their size, the mats are nice that players can place the dice onto them. There's no question about whether or not the dice that are being thrown out in real time frantically belong to Frankenstein, the zombie, or maybe the witch. And these acrylic cubes are an extra added bonus to give the candy a little bit more feel. Whoops. A game mechanic that we haven't gone into just yet is area control, and I feel that maybe an expansion to Scary Monsters could incorporate something like that, where maybe each player is defending a certain child or playing as that child, using the dice against other players in a more confrontational way. But for what it is, as a 2 to 4 player 20-minute game, I think Kevin did a really great job in capturing the feel of not only Halloween, but also being a kid again. And before I forget, again, another great thing that makes the game also so accessible and so quick is that all the dice are the same. There's no player-specific or character-specific dice involved, so once the round is ended and you're ready to jump into the next one, all you really need to do is just grab any 6 dice that are on the table and count down to start again. Ooh, okay. Or maybe I'm gonna hold on to these for later. And I think that covers most of the reasons why Scary Monsters was so good to me and why I enjoyed it so much as a game. What's one game you like that effortlessly and seamlessly marries together a bunch of different things like concepts, themes, mechanics, and so forth? Leave it in the comments below and we'll get back to you right quick. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on future content like this. As always, I'm Ben. This has been another episode of the Board Game Blueprint, and together, let's build something great.